Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. And as you can see, we got some snow here. And it's cold. It's about 25 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius, figure it out. So this video is just about what do I do to stay in shape, and what I'm doing for training for my the Century rides that I'm doing this year, the 100-mile rides. Century is 100. The main thing indoors right now that I'm doing is using an app called Zwift, and I'll post a little picture so you can check it out. And that's basically it's kind of like a game, like cycling thing. You hook up your bicycle to a specific kind of trainer, and it attaches to it, and you can wear a heart rate monitor so you can have your heart rate and tells you how much power you're putting out in wattage, and you can do all different kinds of rides, training programs, and do races too. So it keeps you motivated throughout the winter, because I don't like to ride if it's below, let's say, 40 degrees. Not because you can dress for very cold weather, but the problem is, let's say you get a flat and you try and change a tire at this temperature, 20 degrees or less than 20, 25, and it's windy. Not fun. I've never had to do it, thankfully, but it's not fun when you get a flat in the summer. So it's way less fun when it's very cold. So that's my main training. I also walk probably 10,000 steps, whatever that might be, 5 miles or so a day. I do lift some light dumbbells, and I have a kettlebell, a light 15-pound kettlebell, do some work with that. I've got to get more into doing yoga. I used to do butt yoga every day. Got to get back to it because it's just so... I think about when I was younger, like many years ago, let's say 30 years ago or so, when I played soccer, I was a goalie, and how flexible I was. Well, you lose that as you get older, but you can maintain it very well. There's people that do yoga in their 80s and 90s that are way more flexible than me. So that's what I want to get back into, is yoga. I also use various, the bands, the rubber kind of bands for training. Doing stuff for my hips, and mostly my hips, and also some arms and stuff like that. And I think it's just good to do different things. I don't lift really heavy weights. I just never care to do that. But we'll do sets of 3, 12 to 20 reps depending on what I'm doing. And that's about it, really. I think it's just the training online. I mean, the longest rides I've done this year would be like 26 miles in the winter so far. I'll probably do a 40-mile one, and that's about as long as I want to be in the basement riding my bike. But I mean, my thing has always been, and I've heard it, God knows where, I don't remember, but if you can do 20 miles, you could do 40, and if you do 40 miles, you could ride 80. So, and that's pretty much true. I think the longest ride I did last year was 50-something miles. I didn't do any of the charity rides and all that stuff. But this year I'm going to get back into it and doing some 100-milers, maybe some shorter ones, just because that could be fun. Like, ideally for me, doing a 50-mile ride, 50, 60 miles, I'm just really strong up to that point. I think of me that since I've lost a bunch of weight and gained more muscle, I'm curious to see how much better I'll fare over the 100-mile ride, doing a 100-mile ride. I always have an issue of getting cramping at like around 70, 80 miles, and it always happens. But I think I'm going to be eating more and working more on my diet. In May, I'm actually seeing I guess you call it a naturalist doctor, or not homeopathic. I think it's more of a naturalist. I can't even remember the name of the type of doctor, but it's more, really seeing what things you're missing. I mean, when you do a regular doctor in these states, they'll do a blood work, and check certain things. But I want to do a really detailed thing and really dive deep into what I need for vitamins, minerals, food to do these long rides and minimize the cramping. But I'm so good now at getting cramps in my legs that I just know not to get off the bike, keep pedaling, and eventually they'll stop. Or it's kind of difficult though. If you're on a steep hill, put your easiest gear and just spin easy, because you got to crank a little harder gear. Yeah, I will cramp up, but I've been able to just deal with it, and then it just goes away, and then you just hammer back the rest of the ride. So looking forward to when this white stuff is gone and the temperatures are more accommodating. But it's okay. It's nice to have the snow. It's nice to have some real snow in the winter, and it's going to be very cold the next couple days. Get down to single digits in Fahrenheit, and then we still got February. So I hope you're all doing well, and get out there and do something with your time. Do something for yourself, for your body, or do it with friends. I'm gonna head out of here because it's cold, and my hand, I don't have a glove on it. So I hope you're all doing well. Enjoy yourself, and until the next time, peace and adios.